Apple is about to charge you $1,399 for a phone, maybe more. And at the same time, they're actively negotiating to pay 20% less for the screen inside it. That's the iPhone 18 Pro Max story right now, not the one the spec sheets are telling you, the real one. We're going to cover three things today: the price situation and how bad it actually is, the OLED negotiation story that just leaked out of Korea and what it tells us about how Apple operates, and the 12 confirmed features coming to the iPhone 18 Pro models in September. I've gone through all of it, and there's one feature in that list that changes how the camera works on a fundamental level, not a software tweak, not a pixel count bump, something different. We'll get there. Let's start with the number everyone's already mad about. The iPhone 17 Pro Max starts at $1,199. The iPhone 18 Pro Max is expected to start at $1,399. That's a $200 jump in one generation. For context, the iPhone 15 Pro Max launched at $1,199. The 16 Pro Max launched at $1,199. The 17 Pro Max launched at $1,199. 3 years, same price, then this, and it gets messier. A leaker recently floated a figure of $1,625. Now, I'm not going to tell you that number is confirmed because it isn't, but the $1,399 starting price, multiple credible sources. The reason Apple is pointing to rising memory and storage costs, which honestly is real. Memory chip prices have gone up across the board this year. But here's the part that made me raise an eyebrow. While Apple is telling you prices are going up because components cost more, they are simultaneously in active negotiations to pay Samsung Display and LG Display significantly less for the OLED panels that go inside the iPhone 18 Pro Max. This comes from the Elec, a Korean industry publication that has a very solid track record on Apple supply chain reporting. Here's what they said. Apple has proposed $70 per OLED panel, but the actual number they may end up paying, $66.50. The iPhone 17 Pro Max panels cost Apple $80 each. The iPhone 16 Pro Max panels up to $100 depending on configuration. So in 2 years, Apple has driven that panel cost from $100 to potentially $66.50. That's a 33% reduction. Now, to be fair, display panels get cheaper as manufacturing matures. That's how the industry works. But this particular drop is described as unusually steep. Why? Because the iPhone 18 is moving to Samsung Display's M16 OLED material set, which is actually more complex to manufacture. Better luminous efficiency, longer lifespan, improved color performance, a harder panel to make, being paid for at a lower rate. Apple's negotiating leverage comes from scale. Samsung Display is expected to supply 46 million panels for the iPhone 18 lineup. LG Display, another 41 million. When you're ordering 87 million screens from two companies, you have some leverage in that conversation. What does this mean for you? Honestly, probably nothing in terms of the retail price. Apple isn't passing those savings to the consumer. They're absorbing them into margin, which is not me being cynical. That's just publicly documented Apple history. But it does tell you something about how the $200 price increase is being constructed. Okay, let's talk about what you're actually getting for that money. 12 confirmed or heavily rumored features for the iPhone 18 Pro models. I'm going to move through these quickly and flag the ones that actually matter. 1, smaller dynamic island. The flood illuminator for Face ID is moving under the display. Smaller pill, more screen. Not revolutionary, but genuinely nice. 2, LTPO plus displays. New display tech that should extend battery life. The screen sizes stay the same, 6.3 and 6.9 inches. 3 variable aperture. This is the one. The main 48 megapixel camera on both Pro models will reportedly have a variable aperture. That means you can actually control how much light hits the sensor, control over depth of field in a way iPhones have never had. Now, I do want to be honest here. iPhones have small sensors compared to a dedicated camera. The practical impact of variable aperture depends entirely on how Apple implements it in software. But the potential is real. This is the first time a feature on this list made me think that changes something. For a 20 Pro chip on TSMC 2 nanometer, the A19 Pro is 3 nanometer. The A20 Pro goes to 2 nanometer. Better performance, better power efficiency. You're not going to feel it in everyday tasks. But in sustained workloads, video editing, AI processing, ProRes, you will. 5C2 modem. Apple's custom modem lineup has moved fast. C1 debuted in the iPhone 16. C1e landed in the iPhone Air. Reportedly twice as fast as C1, the C2 comes to the Pro models, and it brings something genuinely new to iPhones: 6th 5G via satellite. With the C2 modem, the iPhone 18 Pro models will reportedly support 5G connectivity via satellite, not just emergency SOS. Actual web browsing without Wi-Fi or cellular, I don't know exactly when you'd use that, but I respect that it exists. 7. N2 chip for Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. The N1 chip in current iPhones handles Wi-Fi 7 and Bluetooth 6. The N2 is the next generation. No confirmed spec details yet, but improved reliability and speed is the expected direction. 8. Dark cherry color. The special color for iPhone 18 Pro is dark cherry, alongside light blue, dark gray, and silver. Cosmic orange and deep blue are reportedly gone. I'm a little sad about the orange, personally. 9. Simplified camera control. The camera control button is losing touch sensitivity and haptic feedback, just pressure sensitivity. Now, some people will prefer that. Some people will miss the gesture control. I am genuinely not sure which camp I'm in. 10. Redesigned rear ceramic shield. The MagSafe area on the back goes more frosted and seamless, less two-tone, more unified, clean improvement. 11. A larger battery in the Pro Max. According to regulatory database filings, the iPhone 18 Pro Max battery is nearly 10% larger than the 17 Pro Max. Combined with the LTPO Plus display and the C2 modem efficiency, battery life could be meaningfully better. 12. Thicker design on the Pro Max. The 18 Pro Max will reportedly be thicker than both the 17 Pro Max and the 18 Pro. More battery capacity needs somewhere to live. So 12 features, a handful that matter, a handful that are incremental, and 1 or 2 that are purely cosmetic. Here's where I land on this. The iPhone 18 Pro Max is going to be a genuinely good phone. The A20 Pro chip, the larger battery, the variable aperture camera, 5G via satellite, that's a real upgrade list, but $1,399 as a starting price is asking a lot, especially when you understand that Apple is simultaneously trying to source the display for $6,650. The honest version of this is the price increase is real, the component cost argument is partially real, and the margin expansion is also real. All three things are true at the same time. So who should actually buy this? If you're on an iPhone 15 Pro Max or older, this upgrade makes sense. 3 years of chip improvements, a meaningfully better camera system, better battery. The price hurts, but the generational jump is there. If you're on a 16 Pro Max or a 17 Pro Max, wait, there is nothing in this list that justifies trading in a phone that's 1 or 2 years old, not at $1,399. And if the $1,625 number turns out to be real, that's a different conversation entirely. The iPhone 18 Pro Max launches in September. Apple will hold its event in the first half of the month and ship in the second half. The foldable iPhone, reportedly called iPhone Ultra, is expected at the same event, which honestly might be the more interesting story this fall. I'll have full coverage when that drops. One question before you go. At $1,399, does Apple still have you? Or is this the year the upgrade cycle finally breaks? Let me know.